After I hosted the Ragdoll Awards in 2022, me and Eggman teamed up this year to host an even bigger event in RMV.
Attracting many live participants, the venue and stage built by the amazing construction team headed by Nintendo Pro were the next step in integrating all parts of the Ragdoll community into a whole.
We hope that we can host the event in RMV again this year, and that the FTTF community can play an even bigger part in production and hosting.
Now that we have an idea of what a live event should look like, we promise the one coming this December will be far better than the last. And to improve venues, we ask you all to begin working on any venues you would like to submit as early as right now.
Currently Crazy, also known as Jeremiah, was spotted at the Ragdoll Awards after refusing to accept his award. On December 14th, a Discord account speculated to be his alt spread a video from Jeremiah around the RUC Discord.
After painfully analyzing the film, our experts have determined that Jeremiah, and probably his friends as well, have a crippling case of main character syndrome. The video begins with Jeremiah expressing his distaste for the community and, according to him, the terrible ways he has been treated. In quotation marks. It quickly transitions into Jeremiah's friend expressing the great things he has done for them. While it does seem he has done some good deeds, it seems to our experts as simply a tactic to deflect the drama Jeremiah incurred into the community, which is constantly avoided throughout the film. He ends the video by adding a clip of himself proclaiming that the things his friends said were not scripted, because that doesn't make it any more suspicious. The final thing he has to say is that their group is done being harassed and would like to be left alone, telling us that the Ragdoll community is completely composed of, and I quote, horrible people. Quite ironically, the account used to spread the video in the first place spam DM'd and harassed many server members before moderators were able to take security precautions. When asked about his victory in the worst Discord user category at the Ragdoll Awards, he responded with, "Hooray!" 4 exclamation marks. The community is now speculating that there will never be a recreation of Ragdoll Universe after L-Splash's attempts to halt production of RMV and Project Ragdoll.
I think it's awful. It's actually awful. What Crazy's had to deal with, which was L-Splash vaguely telling him to make it different. What does that mean? Compared to RU. And for the record, I'm not being biased either. I'm just stating what happened. That's what I was told. That's what the message from L-Splash was. As for Owl, L-Splash doesn't even respond to him. He tried asking multiple times, is RMV going to be taken down? But no info from Splash.
As many of you know, there is a saying in the community that designates every person as either a racist or a femboy. And while there has been a small uptick in femboy sightings recently, it seems that racism has returned in a much stronger surge.
The Blue, also known as Dart, recently had another anger issue outburst, once again using the N-word.
How this will affect the relations in the community and with Dart has yet to be seen.
The economy is taking a hit this week after Kevico's Nunny Juice stash disappeared overnight, causing government investors to mass liquidate stock.
Once the news went public, the majority of Kevicans around the nation began to hoard and overuse the product, the lack of it now causing inflation in all realms of the market.
Substance abuse of illegal objects has now severely increased as a result, and the Kevican law enforcement is now cracking down in Kevico City, Kewana, and Kevion. Whether this will affect foreign relations and immigration to the US is yet to be known.
In local news, a formerly licensed doctor from Ragdoll Town was caught assaulting femboys in his office, and has had his PhD revoked by Ragdoll University. He has now been given the name of Dr. Ass Gripper, and has been seen several times roaming the streets in hope of gripping the ass of unsuspecting civilians. Somehow sneaking past security, he was able to install his own booth at the Ragdoll Awards and give his treatment to many. This man is extremely dangerous, and if spotted, is advised to stay indoors and contact local law enforcement.
Many have been asking if Eggman will be hosting another tournament. What do you have to say about this, Eggman?
It depends on how much time I will have over the next few months. If I determine that I have time for another tournament, I will again send out a tournament sign-up sheet for solos. If at least 32 different players sign up, I will host a tournament by the start of the summer of 2024.
And that's all for this month's Ragdoll Times. Tune in February 1st for your news update on the Ragdoll community.